morning, everybody. Welcome to KJ's Orchid Gems, because everybody loves orchids. And so welcome to my channel. And this is my hard work. Actually, I just helped it along. God creates these things. So thank you very much for joining me and enjoy the video. Okay, everybody, this gorgeous plant is from Norman's Orchids. It's called Yen Corona Green Jenny. Excellent plant. The first buds, blooms. And I got this in early September of 24. And it's blooming. It's looking gorgeous. Hello, everyone. Continuing, not complaining about anything. This is a gorgeous plant. Continuing on with July's blooms. This is Tokyo Magic, Aleliocatlia, crossed with BLC, Carolina Golden Dior Lynette, number 2. And this bloomed for me last April of 25. And this is a different pseudobulb that bloomed on a new pseudobulb. And this is my Tokyo Magic. It's very, very fragrant. It's a wonderful smell that'll wake you up in the morning or give you a very good feeling when you walk into your orchid room. Just to give you an idea, this is Tokyo Magic crossed with Carolina Golden Dior. And it's just gorgeous. If I get blooms every 3 months, April, May, June, July, every 3 or 4 months, I'll be happy. This is why I love cattleyas. I love orchids. You never know what's going to happen next. Okay, on to the next one. Hello, everybody. Continuing on with July's blooms. This is a Vanda. My first blooming Vanda. I'm so excited. It's Holatiana. Alana. Sorry. I can't pronounce things very well. Holatiana. I got this in December from Thailand. And it made it through the month-long shipping with flying colors. I didn't lose but 1 leaf. I only lost 1 leaf in acclimation. And this is a gorgeous, gorgeous plant. And I'll back off a little bit. I have it in a large 10-inch basket, 12-inch basket, with a little bit of rock and sphagnum moss to keep the humidity levels high as it dries. I water it at least once a day. In the wintertime, it's only once a day. In the summertime, I try my hardest to get to a second watering. Sometimes that doesn't work, but it has gorgeous, gorgeous color, as you can see. And I have my tag, but I can't find the tag. I'll have to go back and look at my records, and I'll see if I can get a name for the color description. Let's see. gorgeous, gorgeous. There you go. This is a Vanda Holatiana. Gorgeous. Oh, and it's very fragrant. It will take up the whole room and float down the hallway to the next room. And it's a wonderful smell. It's sweet lemon honeysuckle kind of smell. It's very pleasant and enjoyable. And I have an orchid room, then I have a big, huge formal living room. And then I have a hallway, and I can smell it down the hallway. So if fragrances bother you, take that in mind. But it is a very pleasant smell. Okay. On to the next one. Good morning, everyone. This plant looks a little familiar. Its counterpart bloomed in June, and I thought the same plant was blooming from April and again in June. But then I discovered I have two of these. This is from SVO. This is the Angel Eyes crossed with Orchid Glade. And there it is. This one is the plant that bloomed in April. And next time I repot, I'm going to put them together, I think. It's an idea. Okay, but this is the original Orchid Glade that bloomed in April. And just wanted to give you a show. I'm going to move this over a little bit because I did put a picture in the window. I know, I got to get a new pot for that. It likes the airiness, and yet I need to hang it, so I stuck it in this outer pot. And it needs repotted, so I probably will put it together with the other one. And so that is my older plant. Let's call this Orchid Glade number 1. Okay, have a great day, guys. Good morning, everyone. This is a continuation of July's blooms. And this is a little teeny fowl. It's a novelty fowl. This is a Tetrapsis rose. And it's young. It's tried blooming for me before. Sorry, let me focus. It's tried blooming for me before, but it's such a delicate plant. Every time I go to raise the spike up and support it with, so I can see the flower, I was too rough with it and it broke. So it's not its fault that it didn't bloom for me last year. Come on, focus. It's not going to focus. I'll pull out a little bit. It's a gorgeous plant. So this is the first successful blooming due to my fault, just so you know. Now let's see, Phalaenopsis Tetrapsis rose. And this is a stem Mariclone, I believe. It is fragrant, very fragrant, and very gorgeous. Once again, we'll pull in. I'm trying to experiment with the lighting, guys. I was getting such a glare off of my back, my black satiny curtain. I've got to do some changes to get a better picture for you guys. I'm working on it. And there it is. This is the Tetrapsis Novel leaf foul. They will get whiter. These are only 2 and 3 days old. So they will get, I suspect, I should say, because I don't know I haven't seen it yet. This is my first bloom. So, I expect them to get whiter and change over time. But like Phalaenopsis, I'm hoping these will bloom for a long time. And we will see what we will see. Thank you. Hello everybody. This is my next plant for July's blooms. This is a gorgeous no ID phal that I got from a grocery store. My assistant actually picked this one up. She's got an excellent eye for orchids. I picked this up at a grocery store. This is also an example of what I do for gift baskets, a gift phal. This one opened up, it's 2 days old. So if you would like to purchase this, I do sell on a local basis. I don't ship right now, I'm too small. But for local pickup, and you can email me or whatever, or give me a phone call. My email is on the outro. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous phal that will be on the gift list or the sale list if you want to keep it. Nobody says you have to give it away. You could just buy it. Okay. Thank you. Get a little closer to the flower. And you have this one. And you have a lot to enjoy here. Every flower is a little different, and they all last for anywhere from 1, which I guarantee, depending on the care you give it, it can go to 4 or 5 months. On this stem here, and these blooms will be 4 or 5 months, depending on your care. Okay? So you're buying a lot of bloom time, guys. A lot of bloom time. That's the nature of phals. If you want to keep it for the next bloom season, then cut the stem and keep it happy. And it will bloom for you again. And it'll look the same. Every flower will be different, but it'll always have the raspberry purple dots and in different configurations. And it's just a gorgeous phal. Thank you. Have a great day. Hello everybody. Once again, this is my July's blooms. We had a late bloomer that got in just under the wire. And this is my last phal. Gorgeous, isn't it? I keep saying that word. I know, it's my favorite word this month. This has 2 spikes, and I'm gonna get those later on. This spiked because it was happy. I didn't have to chill this at all. It just decided to bloom. I hang this in my east facing slider door. It does get like 40% shade. Actually, it gets a little bit more than that. But it's used to it. I put it there in February, so it was acclimating all season long. And when I have it over here for display, I'll have to acclimate it before I put it back in the east window full time. Otherwise my leaves will burn. but this is a no ID foul. If anybody has the name of it, please give me a note in the comments. I would love to know the real name of it. Picked it up at a grocery store. This, and it just was gorgeous. Picked it up last October, and it decided to bloom. And both spikes are pretty loaded. And this is going to have blooms for me for the next 3 to 5 months, probably. At least 3 months, depending on the timing of the other buds and the care. It also is going to be up for sale. Hello everyone. This is an update. This one started in, I think it was May, and it's continuing on. But this is July, and the flowers still look great. I am going to be cutting the flowers at the end of July, okay? Because this is the second stem, what we call a secondary spikes for the lower flowers, or secondary spikes. You can do that and get a second blooming out of the same spike, but a foul will give its all and its everything to keep flowers going. So you have to use your judgment. You want the flowers to be gorgeous and everything. Everybody falls in love with the flowers, but you don't want to sacrifice the plant to keep the flowers. In order to get more flowers, you have to consider the health of the plant. So even though this is an extra healthy plant, it's been blooming a very long time. Then I cut the spikes. It's worked on secondary spikes. So they came out in May. So that's May, June, and July. So these ones are 3 months old. Then, as these ones were still coming out and budding, it grew. If you go back and look at my June's blooms, it grew a whole nother spike. And on top of this spike, it's putting, the bud just hasn't opened yet. Okay, it's putting out 2 more flowers. So it's giving its all for those flowers. This is a perfect example of, if you don't cut the spikes and get them ready for next season, you end up with smaller flowers. Okay, because this is a completely new spike. It should be on its prime, but because it's off-season spike and it hasn't had its rest, the plant hasn't had its rest to rehabilitate itself, the flowers are smaller. So this tells me the plant is stressed. You can see the difference in the sizes. Let me go sideways here. Okay, you can see the difference in the sizes slightly. So I thought I'd show you this as a recap of May and June blooms before I cut the spikes. And I will have a video on how to cut flower spikes. Okay, so once again, this is, I believe this is Sofro. Let me look at the tag here. Sorry about how to focus. Yeah, oh no. Sofro was one of the parents. This is Surf Song. It's a brilliant, brilliant sunrise, sunset orange. Red. Oh, it's gorgeous. This film does not do its justice in showing you the color. But each one, as it ages, it changes color a little bit. And the tints are different. The intensity is a little different. As you can see, even between spikes. Those are 2 different spikes. The 2 flowers are secondary spikes. The tall flower in the back is a first flower from a first spike, but it's an off-season spike. And I'm repeating myself. So let's move on to the next plant. I should have one more foul before the end of July. Okay, bye-bye.